So I'm on my way. I had to drive about 45 minutes to go down the road to go pick up one of my grandchildren. His name's Lannon, and I tell him all the time. I tell old Landon, I said, "You're my absolute best friend." And my grandkids, and I've got a pile of them. Me and my wife's we've got five boys and two girls. And yes, they're all mine. And me and my wife's been together for going on 35 years, and we've got a bunch of grandchildren. And this morning, or late last night, matter of fact, um, Landon wants his pa. He calls me pops or pa, and he wants me to come get him. So I called him this morning and told him, I said, "Well, let me get my stuff together and I'll come on pick you up." Well, he's packed in a suitcase, and he's actually at his aunt's. He calls her Sissy. And he's at his aunt Sissy's today because his mom's at work, and she just called me and said that Landon wants to know where you at. And I said, I'm on the way down the road in probably 20 minutes, and I'll be there to get him. She said, well, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, he's got a whole suitcase packed. He's got his Xbox packed. He's got a week's worth of clothes. He's got his swimming trunks. That boy's got plans for him and his pa. And for those out here, those men that would, um, I don't know if you can call yourself a man, that have grandchildren that don't spend time with your grandchildren, what are you thinking? My grandchildren are absolutely my life. I love being around them. Yes, when they all get together, my God, they'll destroy something. But hey, they're children. They're kids. They play. They play rough. Uh, they fuss. They fight. They love. They kiss. They hug. They fuss. They fight. But they're children. And there's a bunch of people out there that could be called pa or grandpa or pops or whatever their kid picks the name for you, and you don't embrace it. Kids in our world today need all the love that they can get because there's daddies out there that don't even give their children hugs. They don't kiss them. They don't tell them that they love them. They're not even. They're in the same house, but they're not even part of their lives. They don't even know what in the hell they love. They don't even know what the hell they like doing because they're too busy going to work, coming home, telling the kid to shut the hell up because they're being too loud, and never involved. So, to all you dads out there, you got to do better. The One of the best feelings that you'll have is when your grandson calls you and says, "Pa, I'm gonna come stay with you. I miss you, Pa." Or he looks at me and tells me he loves me. What else? What else beats that? A job, money. You can have all the money in the damn world, and I'm still gonna choose my grandchildren over that shit every day. Every day. Me and my wife has dedicated ourselves to our children our whole life. And yeah, with 7 kids, damn, it was tough at times. Having to get up it don't make no difference if it was snowing, sleeting, whatever, sicker than hell. You don't lay out of work. You get your ass up and you go to work and you make it where your family can live. And I've had great jobs, great paying jobs. And even then, for around Christmas time is tough on everybody. It's always tough on me because when I was growing up, I didn't have shit. I lost my dad when I was 9. He got murdered, and my mom struggled all the time with everything, not just finances. And so me and my wife has went to extra mile. And my wife is not the typical, what you call a typical woman. She'll go out to a store and knowing that she needs uh, maybe a new pair of jeans or a new bra or panties or whatever, makeup, and instead of thinking about herself, she thinks about what her grandchildren may need, or or one of her daughters, or one of her sons. And I went to a car lot one day, and I had bought her a new Suburban, and she was so appreciative, but she'd always wanted a BMW. So one day, and I had been working very hard, and I'd got enough money saved up so we could go find her a car and pay cash for it. And we went down to a dealership, and they had a solid black 535 BMW. And I mean, this thing was badass. And even without trying to talk them down, I had the cash in the pocket to pay for it. And I told her, I said, "Well, you can test drive it. And if you like it, we'll take it home." She said, "No, I'm gonna go home and think about it." And I knew what that was. She already had something on her mind. And on the way back up the road, and we didn't buy the car. And on the way back up the road, I said, "Why? I don't understand. You wanted it. Why didn't we get it?" She said, "Well, Kaylee," and that's our youngest daughter. She said, "Kaylee needs a vehicle, and Courtney needs a vehicle. That's our oldest daughter." So we went to another car lot at Pilot Mountain, and that's what we done with that money. We bought our daughter a car. Both daughters caught vehicles that day, and my wife done without. But getting back to it, our grandchildren, our grandchildren need us, and not that they just need us. We need them. They don't stay little all the time. One of these days, they're gonna outgrow us, and they're gonna be on their own thing and doing different things, and they're not gonna spend as much time with us, and that's part of life. But be there as much as you can when they're young, and when your grandson calls you excited for his pa to come pick him up, hey, ain't no amount of money in the world get to make you feel any better. And if you think it is, you need to check yourself. So, if you got grandkids and you're not doing that with them, you got to do better. You got to do better because you ain't promised tomorrow. You ain't promised the next 5 minutes. Pick up the phone, call them, and tell them you love them. Like, share, comment. Let me know what you think about this.